I have my Shopify store open in the back here. I have also my Sage open and as well as Sagify. Sagify is going to live on your desktop. It's not an application that lives with inside of Shopify. It's something that is installed sort of on the back end so that it can communicate with your store and then also communicate with Sage. So here's what you would see typically every morning that you would open Sagify, or every week depending on your workflow. You get a view that is similar to what you would see in Shopify. So you can see these two orders matching in the foreground and the background, 912827, 912827 here in the back. And this gives you an overview of what your Shopify orders are and then their current status in Sage. So you can see, for example, when I scroll down here, I have some orders that were already entered and they're referencing a Sage invoice number or sale order number. And then some actions you can take on the far right, such as processing order, ones that are already processed, and then some that are failed. There's a lot of different settings that you can have set up in Sagify. The idea is that one meeting with one of our team members, we set up the app for you based on how you want orders to get entered. You just need to set it up once, and then that's all you'll need to do. Every morning you'll come in, click a button, or bring in certain orders as you wish. I won't go over too in depth the settings in which you can toggle and play around with, but the idea really is that you approach us with your workflow, how things are entered, and we replicate that for you. So in this demonstration, I'm going to show you a company that sells both wholesale and retail, and depending on the type of customer that is sold to, it is treated differently or separately within their Sage. For example, their wholesale customers are entered as sale orders and they're sold to businesses. And inside of Sage, that becomes a sale order, as I mentioned. But then the customer profile is also unique to the business. So they want it to match businesses that have previously ordered from them, or also to create a new business profile inside of their Sage. In contrast, the retail customers are just generic customers that they might sell one-off to. And so these are often also paid right away, unlike wholesale orders, which are given terms. The retail customers are entered into Sage as sales invoices. And then contrast to the wholesale customer, instead of every customer getting their unique profile within Sage, they want these customers to just go into a one generic customer bucket inside of Sage. So that would be something called Shopify online sales or a retail customer. So instead of making a customer profile for every person they sold to, it just gets assigned to this one customer inside of Sage to make things a little easier. So that is the flow that we're going to go over today. Again, this is not something that you need to set up, but it just shows you one example of the different settings you can have. So again, you can see some orders already entered here. I'm going to take just a few of these and run through them, and hopefully we can pick up on either the wholesale as well as the retail side of things. So that is what we're going to see. So a few ways you could do it. You could just sort of shift click the orders that you want to bring in. You can click one at a time if you just want to do it one at a time. There's another window in which you can do a date range, so you can come in and say, import me all the orders from the 1st to the 31st, and it's just going to bring them all in and start creating the matching entries for you. But I'll just show you this quick little method I usually do. So select the ones I want, click process selected, proceed to the next window, and then you're going to get start prompt by Sagify and how you want certain orders to go. Now, depending on your setup, you might not get a lot of these messages, but a lot of them times this is a semi-automatic process. So it means there's someone in the loop, you're in charge of your data, you're in charge of what goes in and out of your system. And so it's not just black box where automation is happening and overnight 600 orders got entered wrong. It's really going to require someone to come in to interact with Sage or Sagify and start bringing those orders in for you. So here's one of the windows you might see. It's telling you that it could not find a matching customer for the Shopify user. You could do one of two things. You can understand yourself that you know that this particular customer already exists inside of your Sage, in which case you can search your customer list, click it, and assign it to that customer that you know exists. It will then save that mapping, so in the future it will automatically find that user for you or that customer. If you know, for example, that this customer, Lindsay here, doesn't exist in Sage yet, you can have Sagify create that customer for you. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I click Create New. I can then assign Lindsay a Sage ID based on however you typically set it up. A lot of people like to go last name, first name, so I'll just stick with that format, but this could be anything you want. Click accept, and it just made the customer now for me. Another screen that you might get is similar to the can't find a customer. It's the can't find an inventory item. Typically this happens when there's a SKU mismatch. There's maybe an item in Sage that doesn't have a matching SKU in Shopify, or your Shopify products do not have your SKUs set up to match as well. And so that's when these screens sort of come up and pop up and ask you to either, again, find the product, so assign it if you know that this 1-6100 item exists in your system, but it's just under a different SKU. You can say use selected, and again, it will save that mapping for you. Alternatively, or which more likely is, you'll probably want to create this item, in which you can do that as well. So I will go ahead and create a new item in Sage. I'm getting the same pop-up again for another product, which I will just continue to say I want to create all the missing products. And then you get a follow-up message, and that is to, okay, we're creating the item now in Sage. Tell Sagify what GL accounts this belongs to. So I'll just select some random ones, but you'll go through it, click your sales account, click your inventory account, your COGS for this particular item, say okay, and then you'll go through each one of these products and creating them. Now again, if everything is sort of one-to-one in your store in Sage, meaning your part numbers are matching, well then you're not gonna get a lot of these windows because these entities already exist in your system. If you have a lot of custom products too, you can just have it so it'll just create that one-off item and not even bother to like put it into your system. But generally this is sort of the workflow I would expect you to see. I'm just going to zoom through clicking all this because it's just similar and redundant. Great, so it just finished up. In that time, we managed to create 2 sales orders. We created 6 invoices. Of those entries, we created 2 customers, and we created 8 new inventory items. So you get a little history of what goes on or what happened in your last run. You can then switch over to the next tab and then see a breakdown of everything that got entered, as well as a detailed itemized list of what was created, so on and so forth. I'll flip back to our orders tab here. And you can see in this far right column, Sage reference number, these are the matching reference numbers in Sage. So then we can go ahead and open Sage and find one of these orders to compare how it just got entered. So let's go ahead and find one of these here. Sales invoice, let's see, list. This one might be a sales order. I'm not 100% sure yet. So let's see, 912813. There we go. So this was a retail customer, and I'll tell you why that is in a minute. If we go look at the order, 912813. This customer is just bought from us retail. This was denoted by the tag here, retail. And so this one, instead of creating this Emily Kappa user in Sage, it just went into a generic wholesale retail account, which I have set right now just as Easy Apps software. And so you can see it didn't create this customer. This customer already exists. They all get assigned there, but then the shipping information gets brought over. So we have Emily Kappa, her shipping address. The order number gets slotted into the invoice number box. Same thing with the customer PO. And then all the inventory items are brought over. So we have this 1-9500, which matched this line item here on number 1 slot. And then there was some other custom products like this easy returns exchange item. There was a discount on the order, so the discounts are getting brought over, and the totals are matched. Oh, and there's also shipping, so there's a shipping in the freight box for the matching total of $61.38. So there's a sales invoice getting created for you. Similarly, let's go find a wholesale, which should be this one, FBF. There it is. Let me copy that so I don't forget. And so this one becomes a sales order, and that's because of this tag here, wholesale. So Sagify can look for things in your tag box, if you have meta fields, certain order notes too, it can pick up on, and those can all be configured at the Sagify's level, so it knows what and how to enter different order types. So let me go find this one, sales orders, and alert for this. I might need to increase my date range. March, yeah, we need to be in May. And there is the sales in order that we just created. And you'll recall that this is a wholesale customer, so this did not get fed into that singular online sales account. It created the proper customer for Global Village Fair Trade, so that's matching over here, shipping information. And then again, all the products are getting brought over, their quantities, getting assigned to their correct GL accounts. Sale order number is the Shopify order number, similar to the customer PO number. And then, of course, the total matching $602 across both systems. So that is a quick introduction as to the main way you can use Sagify. There's a lot of other features: inventory sync, purchase order management, sale order management, reconciling payouts. But the bulk of your day-to-day use in Sagify is to import your orders from Shopify and have it funnel correctly into Sage 50. Again, Sagify is an app that lives on your desktop, so you would open it alongside Sage every morning or every evening, however or whenever you want to use it. And it is installed on your computer. We can come in and install it. It typically takes under an hour. We learn about your different settings. Once you tell us how you want things entered, if it's not available out of the box, we'll build that for you, so that when it gets installed finally and you start running it, you just need to open it, select which orders you want to import, press import, and then initiate the syncing process.